More. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel an envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady, yeah, I get the W.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Second and 15. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And right away, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Here's Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he fires one incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Option play, Burrow holding on to it. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. An option handoff here to Mixon. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, 46 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
T.Y. Hilton wakes up every day, a big play waiting to happen. Been doing it ever since college.
Florida International there, he broke all the receiving records.
Do you know the first time he touched the ball at FIU? It was a touchdown.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and he predicted it as well. There's no doubt about T.Y. Hilton, and that's one of the reasons we see him make the catches we just saw there. He competes for the ball as well as anyone.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Second and 9. Wentz gonna throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wentz. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down. Blankenship's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
To return it, Darius Phillips. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a first down.
A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the first down, and then slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please this coaching staff because you know they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take that every time.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Now it's Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. From the gun, a give to Mixon. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Burrow looking to pass.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on fourth down. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Denied on fourth down is Joe Mixon. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Throwing on first is Wentz. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Wentz's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Throwing is Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And this is now a one-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return, Phillips. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a one-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Jeff Gladney able to come up and make the tackle. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. On the return, Phillips. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Again, it's Mixon, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Now Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Throwing now is Wentz. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Here's Rodgers to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To throw is Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Touchdown Bengals. Tyler Boyd. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Rodgers on the return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Wentz. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Wentz to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7, and this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. Some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And instead of the first, he'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a 1st down before they have to start their downs over again.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
104 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of